Yo, shout out to everybody out there. Welcome to Angry Fan Sports. Subscribe to the channel, like the content. You see who's on the screen. You see who's on the screen. Miss Logo 3 is back. Y'all in trouble this season. Y'all are in trouble this season. Now, before we press play on this and hear what she has to say about this coming season, I did see what they asked her about the compression sleeve she was wearing, and which her answer was kind of vague, just like Stephanie White. Stephanie White said it was for fashion. Her response to wearing it was she don't know. It's just a compression sleeve. And it's just like, all right, hold up, Clark. You do understand we were stuck watching you get dragged around like a suitcase at an airport all season long, being labeled questionable, right? We don't want to see that happen again. Like, seriously, if you didn't play the way you played, a lot of us would not even be watching this league. So we want to make sure you're okay. You said you was 100%. You got over an injury. You took a hard fall versus the Liberty, a very hard fall, okay? And now you popping up with a compression sleeve. So we're wondering if you hurt, because you understand y'all got a black cloud around y'all, all right, as far as injuries goes. You was hurt last season. Sydney, Sophie, Chloe, Alexia Hall was out there playing, looking like a panda bear. Her face all black and blue. Am I missing anybody? There were so many injuries last season, it kind of didn't make sense, honestly. And now look at this season. Monique Billings technically is hurt right now. Lexi's hurt. Aaliyah has something wrong with her right now. She's not 100%. I don't think she's 100%. You know what I'm saying? We still worried about you. Like, it's your coach who is constantly bringing up injuries. Ty Harris just came back from an injury. So it's like, I don't know what's going on with y'all in these injuries, but there'd be a lot going on. So we're going to ask these questions. And then we know we can't trust your back office. You had this major groin injury, and yet you went to every game, walking all around, signing autographs. Chloe Baby got in the plane. They said her injury got worse. You should have been at home trying to get better. They dragging you around from game to game to game. You ain't have to go to them games like that if you trying to get better. I'm just saying. So we're going to be asking these questions. But anyway, let's get to what she has to say, and we will react accordingly.
Talk about team basketball, but for you personally, what do you hope to bring to the table for this team this year? Not how close you guys were last year.
Yeah, I think like just more than anything, leadership and experience. Like, this is my third year, and even though I wasn't out on the court last year a lot, you still learn on the sidelines. So I think that being somebody my teammates can really rely on, being a great communicator. Steph's like, always coaching me on that area. I want to be able to communicate with my team on the court exactly what she wants and what I think is best for the team. So
exactly what she wants and what I think is best for the team. This is going to be a long season.
Just continuing to do that. I feel like I've done a good job of that, but once we get in the heat of battle, like, sometimes that can get hard. So continuing to do that.
We talked about this before, but how do you learn to give yourself grace that you continue to navigate this life that you live in when you know that?
I don't know why they have to do this in the gym. You mean to tell me there's not a room somewhere they can go into so we don't hear the basketballs? It's not even like we could see them shooting. This is crazy.
Everything you do is going to be scrutinized in the injury.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely easier said than done. And, like, I think people forget at the end of the day, like, I care more than all of you. Like, I want to be the best. And, I'm always analyzing my play. I'm always, trying to find ways to be better. And so I think just that part of it, and, I can always say, like, allow myself grace, but you always have that fire and, like, that hunger inside of you to, like, always want to be better, and, like, you're a perfectionist, and then you get irritated when it doesn't go your way. But at the same time, like, I think that's what, like, the great thing about the W is, like, it's game to game to game. Like, you're going to play 3 to 4 games a week, and, you always have an opportunity to turn the page and move on to the next one. So just reminding myself of that, and then obviously reminding myself how lucky I am to just be out there and be playing.
You want to be the best. Okay. It's the little things she said that you got to hold on to. She wants to be the best. I don't see how you ever going to be the best in this system where you're not even shining in, but we'll see. We'll see.
So you live from the corner time in these preseason games yesterday, Steph, was that your off-ball usage that happens?
Yeah, your guys' 2 favorite questions, what I wear to practice and me playing off-ball basketball.
I don't want to ask about specifically that part of your role. I want to ask how you've gotten better about it. You think since playing with Kelsey and all these years?
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to be predictable in what we do. And also, like, a lot of what we did last year when I wasn't playing, like, Avery brought the ball up a lot. She initiated a lot of the offense. And,
you see that pause right there? She don't want to play off ball, yo. She don't want to play her ball. I'm gonna tell you what I think is going on.
On a lot of the misses, I try to be a great defensive rebounder. I need to improve. That's something I didn't do too hot in preseason. The preseason.
Yeah, this is already getting ridiculous. This is what I'm talking about here. Like Aaliyah Boston's bringing the ball up. Now she's talking about being a better rebounder. No, that's not your position. All right. No other coach will be doing this. Aaliyah Boston's supposed to be getting the rebounds because she's big. You're supposed to be the guard. You're not supposed to be setting screens on bigs so you can get hurt again. Like, come on.
Games, but like I want to get it, I want to go and I want to play. But dead balls, things like that, like it's difficult bringing the ball up 94 feet. But if my teammate is standing there not being guarded, why wouldn't I just pass them the ball?
That makes sense. But notice how she keeps implying dead ball and 94 feet. We get that. You don't have to be struggling to get up the court. So all right, we'll give it to Aaliyah Boston. What we're saying is give you the ball back, because in this offense you don't always get the ball back. Aaliyah may bring it up and give it to Kelsey. You ain't going to see that ball if it goes that way. You're not going to see that ball. That's what we talking about. I don't want Aaliyah to make decisions. We want you to make the decisions. That's all I'm trying to say.
Unselfish play to make. And then, when we get into things in the half court, I think like being a great screener, like that's an area that I can really, really, really improve.
No, it's not. They don't even fucking like you. What do you mean? They're going to be trucking you. They're going to be, oh, this is Clark. Oh, I got fair game to run into her now. What are you talking about? Then you forget your ruptured eardrum? Do you want to go through that again? Like, no. This is Stephanie White. Telling her what to say, forcing it into her brain. So now she's just regurgitating it back out on camera.
And I haven't always been a good screener. So just trying to do that a little bit better. And
Aaliyah Boston don't even give you good screens. You worry about you giving her a screen. She gives you a half-ass screen, then she slips because she wants the ball. Like, come on now.
Obviously the last game, it was fun to play with AB and like do some inverted action where I'm setting some stuff for her. Like, that's really difficult to guard. Like, what do you do in that scenario? Like, do you both go to AB? Like, do you stab? Do you switch? Like, that presents a mismatch problem for them. So just being creative and experimenting, like, you don't want to come into a game, and especially when we get into the playoffs and late in the season, they're going to know what we want to do. Like, you got to get creative and make it difficult. We can't do the same thing every single time down the floor. So I think that's the beautiful thing about basketball. Like I always say, I'm not a creative person, but I think I'm creative on the basketball court. So
you are creative. Like, what are you talking about? You sound so much like Stephanie White. It's actually irritating me right now. All right. You keep talking about, oh, you don't want to do the same thing. Y'all have so many options. Y'all aren't doing the same thing anyway. What are you talking about? This is the whole point of us wanting you to have the ball in transition. You make different plays. They never know what you're going to do. They'll know whether they guard you. They'll know whether they guard AB. They can't stop your pick and roll already. What are we talking about? Then you got Kelsey over here. She's cutting back door. Lexi's cutting back door. You can't leave Sophie open. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? You don't got to start setting picks on bigs or none of that shit. All right? This is Stephanie White. And see, I'm going to tell y'all what I actually think is going on. Hold on.
Just trying to do that the best I can.
This is what I actually think is going on, right? At the end of the day, let's be serious here. We know she cares about her brand. She cares about her image. She has a very big brand to protect. She's not going to get on camera and slander Stephanie White. She's not going to get on camera and slander the front office. And at this end of the day, I got to be honest with you, man. Stephanie White has leverage. What's the leverage? Well, hey, I almost got us to the finals and half our team was hurt, our original team. That's the leverage. She can't just come back and be like, no, I want the ball in my hands so we can win. Because Stephanie can say, well, wait a minute. We almost won a championship without you. She's probably saying it all the time. You see how she always talks crazy about Clark throwing shots and all that. You know she's saying that behind the scenes too. Telling her like, yeah, man, we almost made it to the finals. Oh, it was like a blessing in disguise. Clark got hurt. And all this other dumb shit. I keep telling y'all, I think Stephanie White got saved last season by them injuries. They saved her. Because then it's just like, oh, that started giving you the grace for her anyway. Because, oh, Clark's hurt. Yeah, our backup, Sidney Colson. Sidney Colson got hurt. They went and got two better point guards. Sidney Colson couldn't run the team. Aaron McDonald, I have better being. I don't care about championships and all that. She was better than Sidney Colson. Odyssey Sims is better than Sidney Colson. They still had Natasha Howard. They still had Aaliyah Boston. Like, they didn't have a terrible team. They still had Lexi out there. They didn't have a terrible team. I'm still surprised they got past Atlanta. I'm not going to front. But then when you look at the team, it's not that far-fetched they could have did that. You know what I'm saying? But that's the leverage she has. So Clark probably got to just play the game at this point. and wait until her Stephanie White offense ain't working. The girls sound ridiculous talking about trying to set plays and rebounds. If you annoyed by being guarded 94 feet, imagine how you're going to feel when you on the block and they shoving you and pushing you and all kinds of shit. Because you don't even play like that. So, like, imagine how that's going to feel. Imagine how when you get trucked, setting a pick, how that's going to feel getting up off the floor. I think that might be worse than you coming up 94 feet. Are you trying to stay healthy or not? And you keep saying you're trying to be the best. See, I have faith in Clark. I think she's just playing the game. She's not locked in for years and years and years. She see what's going on. They don't even promote her no more, bro. They're promoting everybody but her. They're throwing Raven Johnson down our fucking throats. It's almost as if they're anticipating she's going to leave. So they're slowly but surely trying to take her out the picture, which is why they're begging for people to get tickets and people aren't getting them. And I don't think people should get them. You know what I'm saying? Clearly, this girl don't want to play like this. If you really pay attention, she don't. She knows it's ridiculous that Aaliyah Boston is bringing the fucking ball up. Like, I don't care what nobody says. And now she's going to stay around the top of the key. And you see her shooting threes. So she's going to be shooting threes this season too, which makes no sense. We don't need you. Anyway, I think she's just playing the game. You know what I'm saying? Clark has that killer mentality. Like she says, she wants to be best. So I see if the game starts going left, I can see her trying to take over like she did versus that Liberty game when they were down by 10. And then she went crazy with them threes. She's going to do that. They start losing by a lot. And I definitely feel like there's going to be a lot of games where we're going to be losing. We're already going to be getting out rebounded. And this is why I'm saying you going for a rebound down there. Our biggest player is going to be on the top of the key while you're down there trying to get a rebound. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, anyway, it's going to be a long season, I feel like. You know what I'm saying? And she's going to entertain this just because of what the Fever did last season. Let's be serious. This is her third season, third set of teammates. No chemistry. Every time she gets a set of teammates, they all got butterfingers. Like, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens Saturday when she play the Dallas Wings. Let me know what you guys think about all this, man. This all ball shit. I'm not mad at you saying you exhausted, bring it up 94 feet. I'm not mad at the dead ball situation where you're just like, all right, yeah, you can take it out and bring it up to half court. But you supposed to have the ball. You're the point guard here. Like, all right, when you broke all them records, that wasn't your coach. That wasn't your coach. Any other coach would cater towards their star. She's not catering to you, which is why I don't understand why you over here hugging her all the time and smiling in her face. She's literally mind fucking you so that you can do whatever she wants to do. Like, and it's kind of wild because you got so much power and influence and you just refuse to lose it, to actually use it. It's like, yo, you're not 22 years old no more. You need to use your fucking power at this point. You just got everybody paid. Everybody's relying on you to play so the rating can stay there so it even makes sense. If Clark leaves now, the WNBA is going to be bankrupt. They're not going to be paying millions of dollars and nobody watching. That's not going to happen. So, Clark, you have way more leverage than you actually think. I'm pretty sure if she was to go to the owner like, yo, listen, I want to be traded. I don't want to be here no more. This is not working out. I can't play my game. He would step in expeditiously. He would. She just don't want to do that. She just don't want to do that. She don't want to look like a coach killer, nothing like that. But what she's not realizing is we're not watching you to be a part of a system that is not for you. We're not watching you to sit here and have to watch Kelsey Mitchell take more shots than you or watch your assists go down because Aaliyah Boston's running the plays now. Like, that's not what we want to see. And the fact of the matter is you showed this magic all while getting your ass kicked in 2024. And that made us like you even more. Don't suppress your shit. You can't be the best if you're suppressing your talents because of your coach. That doesn't make any sense. If you don't see what's going on, your fans do. Your fans do. They all ran over here to get paid up off of you. They all in the cameras now. They're over here, all these damn interviews with Stephanie White and pictures with Stephanie White. They're trying to clean her image up because they done fucked it all up with us. We don't like none. We don't even like the organization anymore. Let's be real. We don't even like it no more. I'm low-key hoping they lose. I'm rooting for Clark. I like Lee and Lexi, so it's a messed up situation. As long as they do a decent job or their record is just somewhat okay, and they even make it to the back to the semifinals, Stephanie White ain't never gonna change. They're gonna be the only way she's gonna change is if her ass is out of here or something, bro. She already told you she got an ego, so I mean, I figuring Clark probably got a backup plan at this point. It's just gonna suck because all her friends are on Indiana right now. So it sucks. But if you want to be the best, you have to be able to play. You're not able to play, so you're not going to be the best. That's how I'm looking at this, man. Let me know what you guys think, man. I'm hyped up for this weekend, though. I'm out. 1.